Hello everybody, it's Josh here again from Sales Mentor. I hope you're doing well. And firstly, before anybody says, yes, I'm wearing a really super creased t-shirt, because yes, I'm in my hotel room and I'm not long going to be heading to bed. But before you take the piss, I'm not here to look pretty. I'm here to give some honest and some real advice on how you can grow your business. I'm not looking to model for H&M or claim to wear the most iron t-shirt in the world. I travel and I live out of a suitcase most of the time. So if I'm a little bit creased up sometimes, that's how it is. As long as you're not like that, with a customer, if this is how you are in the hotel room before you get and go to bed, pretty acceptable, or at least I think so. But that's enough of the shit talking. I guess I wanted to spend a couple of minutes giving you some more advice, right? And it's come from speaking to some people that sort of communicate with me on social media. They were saying that they see me traveling all the time. They see me hopping around from city to city, country to country, and asking me firstly, how do you finance this? How is this feasible? And what do you do? So, not every time when I go to a city, it's for an event. It's not, some big 3 or 4 day conference that I'm necessarily going to. One thing that I guess has been lost a lot in modern sales, and I'm not sure whether this is just because the different social platforms that are available. We've got Skype where you can face call. You've got a couple of different channels, video conference lines, etc. That kind of bridge the gap between physically meeting somebody and being able to meet somebody virtually. But one thing that I guess is never going to be replaced is physical meeting, shaking hands, seeing somebody face to face, eye to eye. That is where real relationships are built. It's so much more challenging to build an honest and credible relationship with somebody that you've never met before. So, I regularly just book a flight, and I hit a city and I'll pre-arrange 5, 6, 7 meetings on a day, and I'll go and meet with people, because ultimately then relationships are going to be fostered much better than when they're just going to be on the phone or virtually on a video conferencing platform. So the costs are cheap. You don't need to be staying in the rich. You can see I'm not in some luxury executive suite at the Ritz-Carlton. I'm in a regular 4-star hotel that's cost me 100 and something quid for the night. It's central location, 20 minutes sort of on a tube to the city, right next to the airport. It's about being convenient, and you're talking about 100 and something quid, right? Most of us sell products that, if we can do a deal, is worth thousands or hundreds of thousands of quid. If you can't justify to yourself why a couple of £100 on a plane ticket, 150 quid say on a hotel for the night, isn't worth the sort of potential of meeting with 5 or 6 customers, then you're in the wrong game. You've got to speculate to accumulate. You've got to be prepared to put your hand in your pocket, and you've got to be able to kind of close the distance between you and your customer. Because if you can go and meet your customer, if you can go and meet your prospect, if you can go and give them a little bit of sweet treatment, take them for dinner, spend 50 quid on a lunch, give them something to kind of put you that little step ahead of everybody else that's just sending them emails, that's just phoning them. Differentiate yourself. Be the person that's prepared to go above and beyond to close the deal. So, tomorrow I'm heading to the UK. I'm going to be out in London. There's no event there, but I've got 5 or 6 prospects, and I've just said, look, let's meet up. Let's go for a coffee. Let's run through, some stuff. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Whatever, And I've booked, 5 meetings in a day. That's 5 coffees. I'm going to be caffeined out to the max. But the reality is, I'm going to do business from this. I've done some legwork up front. I've spoke to these guys on the phone. I've kind of pitched them, and now I'm going to be going there and just working on building relationships. Admittedly it's going to cost me 400 or 500 quid, right? But big whoopie do. If you close one of these deals, you're going to be talking about hundreds of thousands of pounds a month in budget that they're going to spend with me. It's going to pay for itself. You've got to be prepared, whether you stick it on a credit card, whether you lend them money, because I know that a lot of people, watching this haven't got piles of a cash stockpile to be able to invest in their business. But you've got to be able to find the money to go and bridge the distance between you and your customer, because good old-fashioned face-to-face always trumps everything. I'm never going to say any different. You know, I love the phone. I love calling people. I'm a massive advocate of the cold call, but you will never hear me say that meeting face-to-face, you know, doesn't win, because it does. You know, you get to make a massive impact on your prospect by meeting them in person. So you need to do it. You need to plan it monthly. You know, every single month at least you need to be, you know, hitting a different city. So the best thing to do is, you know, target a particular demographic in your outreach. So in your sales strategy, target a different place month by month. You know, it doesn't mean that you can't, you know, target multiple, but basically put a strategy together where this month, right, I'm going to focus on hitting 20 companies, you know, from this demographic, and next month I'm going to book a day, 2 nights or whatever in a hotel, and I'm going to go and see them all to close these deals face to face. And it will work wonders. You know, it will absolutely work wonders in terms of your sales cycle. It will shorten them. It will probably increase the deal value. You're going to build so much more trust, and you're showing that you're more willing to go above and beyond to deliver for the customer. If you're prepared to jump on a plane, go to a different country to meet your prospect before they've paid any money, before they've signed a deal, what does that say about you? It says a lot. So you've got to be willing to do this stuff. You've got to, like I said, whether you've got to stick a couple of £100 on a credit card, whether you've got to, you know, not go on a nice weekend break, you know, once every few months. Find the money to do it. Create the money to do it. This stuff isn't expensive, and it's massively eligible to produce an ROI. You know, it's always going to produce an ROI. If you've got 5 face-to-face meetings, and your ability as a salesperson is good enough, you're going to close deals. So you're going to get your money back, and you're going to get your money back 20-fold, 30-fold, 100-fold, more than likely. If you're talking about a couple of £100, say a weekend or 2 days is going to cost you £500 in terms of your flight, your accommodation, and then maybe you smack another couple of £100 for coffees and lunches with prospects, then £700. If you're not making that back on one deal, then, you know, fair enough, it's probably not the right strategy for you. But if you're selling mid to high value items, then this is the thing that you need to be doing. So many companies are squishing budgets, are squeezing budgets, and they're saying, no, you know, your event budget is this month, this much this quarter, and there's a dead stop. You need to fight back. You know, you need to say, no, listen, you know, I need to go and meet these people. Be structured and say, look, I'm going to meet 5 people on this day. You know, I need to get £1,000. I'm going to go to London or going to go to whatever city. I'm going to meet with 5 decision makers that we've already pitched that are at this stage. If I can meet, there's a massive opportunity here for me to close them. You know, if you can show the senior executives in a company that it's going to produce an ROI, they're going to start chucking more money at this stuff. So all you need to do is get the first one done, and then you're going to be able to justify this time and time again, and you need to be doing it all the time. So be structured in your outreach. You know, set up the ability to go and meet 5 or 6 guys on a day when you hit a city. So you're not going for a holiday, and that's the point. If you're into traveling, this ain't about that. You know, leave that for your personal life. This is about jumping on a plane and going and having a really productive time in a city and squeezing the most money out of it, the most potential as possible. You know, so hit 5 or 6 guys in a day, structure it so you're packed for the time that you're there. You know, if you're there for 2 days, then cool, you can spend 1 day meeting prospects and 1 day finding new prospects. You can, you know, find out and map the area and say, right, there's this many prospects in this area. I'm going to go and turn up to their office. You know, what's the difference between turning up to an office and trying to get somebody than cold calling? You know, if you can just turn up, take some company literature. If the boss isn't there, then, you know, leave some stuff. You know, you can meet the assistant, meet the secretary, arrange a call. You know, use your sales craft, use your ability. Go and hit some prospects face to face, get the deals closed, and use the rest of the time for meeting new people. Find events that might be on. If there's a local networking evening, if there's a speaking opportunity, you know, there's so much that you can do. But you need to get out of the office, on the road, and where your customers are. So that's a nice bit of advice for you, and you need to implement that. And I'll show you around, I guess, my little room, just to show that, you know, like I said, I'm not staying in the Ritz-Carlton. These things are affordable. So this is my little bed. You know, it's not the world's biggest. My little desk space. Behind me is my little wardrobe. you know, and then let me reverse you into the bathroom. I say reverse you because I've got to pause this to be able to flip the camera around, and you know, I'm not a video editor. You'll see that these videos aren't particularly flashy, but this is my little bathroom, shower, super duper. You know, it's not all singing or dancing. It's just got what it needs. Good location, amenities that are essential. Gets me on the road, gets me meeting a customer tomorrow, gets me generating income, you know, within the next month or so. So go do it, you know, bite the bullet. Don't cry over a couple of £100. Go and do it. Make this a priority. Bridge the gap between you and your customer, and I guarantee you're going to see more results. Anyway, have a good day, rest of the week, and I'll catch you in a few days. Take care.